49ers faithful, happy 4th of July if you're watching it today on Independence Day. List season isn't everybody's favorites. I get that, but if you're willing to sift through it, you can find some real gems. And I found another good one today for you that I'm excited to tell you about as we are talking about a massive building block for the future of this football team. But also in this video, we're going to be breaking down an important question heading into the season around some second-year talent. If you're new here, I'm Nate, and we are talking the San Francisco 49ers every single day on this channel. Really helps me out if you hit that subscribe button and join the conversation in the chat. And if you like the video, hit the like button. I'm not going to force you to do it. But look, the good news is this. Lenoir was named as the San Francisco 49ers most promising building block heading into the season. I'm going to tell you what that actually means and what that could mean in the future. But first, today's question of the day, comment below. I've got an interesting one for you on this Independence Day. A great and fun article from Niners Nation asking a very important question, and I want to know your thoughts below on this. Which second-year player needs to take a big step for the 49ers in 2024? And it's fascinating. I almost thought about doing the entire video on this, but I wanted to talk about demo and the building block thing. So we'll get there in a second. But look, who's going to make the biggest step, or who needs to make the biggest step? So we have, of course, Jair Brown, who is in a very good position for the opportunity to make that big step. And I highlighted some, I think I forgot to finish even highlighting here, but while there may be fit concerns, given the similarities between the two safeties, Brown could take over more of the responsibilities that Tashaun Gibson had a season ago, placing a bigger emphasis on his role. I like Jair Brown. We talked about him in a recent video. I'm going to come back to Jair Brown in a few minutes here, I think. But then you got Cam Latu, and obviously haven't seen what he's actually capable of outside of Alabama, of course. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. In this particular article, kind of thrown out that idea of him potentially fighting for number 2 spot, which I think will be difficult against veteran Logan Thomas, who I have highly rated going into this season as a full-size veteran. Gives you everything you want in the block, but also can catch the ball, and did it for the Washington Commanders several seasons in a row. So you got to believe that he's got a good argument to be up there in there. Then you've got Braden Willis, Sauber. You've got a lot of guys who are on this list. Mason Pline, I don't even think he's on this list. There's a lot of guys out there that are going to be looking to make the squad, and Latu, of course, is going to be hoping that he can be in the mix on that. Jake Moody, no argument here. The guy needs to have some improvements going into the season. I think there's some detail. Yeah. So as a rookie, Moody ranked 20th in field goal percentage, which isn't good enough at a key position regardless of age. And there were several games. I think the one that sticks out to me, although it shouldn't be the one that sticks out to me, the one that sticks out to me, it was against the Cleveland Browns. That was a nasty, ugly game. And you look in the past, like Baltimore Ravens, like Justin Tucker gets you out of that bind. He hits those field goals. Moody misses the field goal. Now, he made some important field goals as well this season, so I'm not going to completely say, hang the boots up, let's move on to the next guy, as they say in soccer land over there. But listen, I feel like he needs to step up. I'll just say that. I'll leave it there. Darrell Luter, love the idea in terms of, what he can do, but the cornerback position is also pretty stacked, so I'm not sure how much playing time he's going to get to fit in there. We'll have to see what happens there. Robert Beal, D. Winters, would love to see that. He's going to have some opportunities this season, which is good for him. Braden Willis, again, this is going to be another tricky one because of all the guys we already talked about. Ronnie Bell, another super, super tricky one for Ronnie Bell, unless he can somehow be the returner. Then maybe that's where he gets his reps and can be valuable. But you got new guys in Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing. There's a lot to fight against. Now, maybe if Brandon Aiyuk is unhappy and it doesn't work out for the 49ers, then maybe there's an opportunity there as another guy gets to sit on the roster. But he's going to be fighting it out with Conley, I imagine, to make this spot on the team to make the 53-man roster. And then Jalen Graham. So there you go. Look, opportunities there. I just think for me, Jair Brown is the one that I want to see have the most improvement because I think He had some moments last season where he looked a little bit shaky at times, but overall, coming in middle of the season and trying to come in and replace Hufanga, I'm going to say he did pretty well. Pretty well. So that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Look forward to joining you there. So what is a building block player? According to Bleacher Report in this article this take that we're going to talk about here, what is a building block player? Because this actually is really interesting. Because I want you to think, I'm going to tell you in advance, as I already did, it's Demo. It's Deommodore Lenoir is the building block player according to the Bleacher Report. So let me tell you what a building block player is, and you can then imagine how Demo fits this role, okay? Impactful young player, critical part of building a competitive roster. The obvious note is that their contributions are vital because of the salary cap, however, that's talking about veterans, contributions are vital because of the salary cap. However, identifying the right prospects in the NFL draft and quickly developing them is paramount for teams. That's the long version of introducing the best building block player of each roster. Every player highlighted is currently on his rookie contract, hasn't agreed to an extension, and hasn't earned a Pro Bowl or All-Pro selection. Additionally, all 2024 rookies are not considered because they, while talented, haven't yet had an NFL snap. So you're looking at basically all the sophomore guys, right, that have not had All-Pro kind of Pro Bowl kind of honors, right? And they're still on their rookie contract. So I guess it doesn't have to be a sophomore, does it? No, it does not. It does not have to be a sophomore. Okay, so there you go. There's your definition. And Deommodore Lenoir, well, let me just first say the 49ers obviously have a lot of veterans, not the largest amount of players to choose from when you put those particular parameters on it. Let's talk about what Bleacher Report had to say. This is going to be fun. Wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk was an All-Pro in 2023, and both quarterback Brock Purdy and safety Talanoa Hufanga have recently been Pro Bowl selections. The list is thin for San Francisco, which is heavy on standout veterans. Deommodore Lenoir has become a fixture of the secondary in the last 2 seasons. Last year, he set career best marks of 84 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 7.2 yards allowed per target. All right, so there you go. Demo is the selection. And thinking about what he has done in nickel package, for example, it'll be interesting to see with Renardo Green if that changes things for Lenoir, if now he can be a true corner, and what that might open up for him going forward this season. I think it's interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments, though. Tell me what you think he's going to be like this season, if he's going to be a building block player that we're going to give that big contract to and build the team off of. It's hard for me with guys like Charvarius Ward, who were just incredible last season. Incredible. It's hard to look past some of those guys, but then, they don't really meet the criteria of this very interesting list. So it's so fun. I don't know what else to do in the offseason, to be honest with you. This is the stuff that I get excited about, reading the lists and, picking players for different reasons and different little metrics and stuff. It just makes it interesting while you're waiting for the season to come around. Gives me more reason to watch highlights and look at players. And every time I watch a highlight, I'm like, I can't wait. We're getting close. Training camp's around the corner. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all of it, as always. And happy 4th of July, as always. What a time to be alive.